Life is good.
I like it. I like it.
Keeping
Well,
real busy.
that's good, man. That's a good thing. I was so happy to see you as a part of the Lee Summit Jazz Fest. So I wanted to reach out to talk about
Yeah,
this. I love Paganova. I love the album. I played it on the show, and
yeah,
and that's going to be a part of what you're going to play at the festival.
probably. Yeah,
Okay.
we've done a lot of new stuff since then, and we're probably going to have to do another one because we're really cooking on all eight cylinders right now in terms of keeping the material fresh. But
Okay.
we'll definitely play some things off that CD.
So let's get into the festival. It's the second annual. Last year went over really well. A lot of cats are returning. A lot of good buzz is going on. What convinced you to be a part of the second annual Lee Summit Jazz Fest?
Oh, it's really simple, man. I knew about it and I wanted to get in on the game, so I reached out to them. It's that simple, Be
Okay,
your own booking agent, right?
that's it. That's it. So,
So yeah.
what is it about, other than the success of it? Is there anything that's emblematic of Lee Summit and the area to be there to be a part of this Summer Fest?
Well, for me, it's a good fit because we're a quintet. Our band is five people, and three of us are in Lee Summit.
Yeah.
Mike Herrera lives in Lee Summit, and my son Louis, who's I can't believe he's 33 years old, but he lives in Lee Summit. He went to high school here, and we've lived here since we made the move to Kansas City in 2005. This is my 20th year living here. So with three-fifths of the band here, I was just like, oh man, we got to do this. And
Yeah.
and then it turned out the festival organizer, the talent organizer, Jason Beta, is a guy I've known for almost 20 years. I used to go to when he would teach at the academy over there at Hogan Academy, Prep Academy. We used to go there and recruit. So I've known him for a long time, and it was just like,
That's it. So
yeah.
you're in the club. I moved to Lee Summit in January of 2020, and of course, a few months later, everything shut down. But all I knew of Lee Summit was that there was always constant activity. Downtown was full. So as I've been here, I've watched Club 1909 develop. I've seen the Jazz Festival do really well, second annual this year. It just feels like there's this
Jazzy
community.
Bees,
What's that?
Jazzy Bees, the
Yeah, Jazzy
barbecue.
Bees, absolutely.
They have
Yeah.
jazz.
Yeah, and so there's just all kinds of things that are going on at Lee Summit, so it makes total sense. So I'm
Yeah.
curious, when you think about getting involved with the festival, how do you do that? How do you curate getting involved with any festival that you're a part of?
Well, there's no one 10 words or less answer to that, Joe. Of course, it's very situational. It's very organic. There's a lot of variables involved in the whole practice of networking. I was almost going to say the networking game, but I want to be a little bit more sincere with my terminology because there's an art to it. It's about social interaction and about trying to create positive synergy about our art form. It's not just about, oh, I got to make this gig, man. I really want this gig. It goes a little deeper than that. If I get turned down by somebody, for example, I think of it as there's three kinds of no. There's no, try a different time. There's no, this may not be the right style or a good fit, which is more of a permanent kind of a no, which is something that we all learn to deal with in life. And then there's the third no, just go away. No, go away. No.
Yeah, right.
So with that you got to kind of read what kind of no you're getting. You got to kind of read what kind of no you're getting and then react to that. But I got no. I got zero no's on this. I just went right into it. The other thing is sometimes the lead will come to you. Something will be dropped into your lap. We did a thing last summer in North Kansas City for the North Kansas City Arts in the Park,
Yeah.
and the coordinator reached out to us like 3 months before, which was wonderful. She reached out to us in February, and boom, and we ended up doing it. So it's an important thing to do. I try to mentor and try to give advice to the younger players and musicians and artists who are starting out that it does take some finesse and it takes a lot of patience.
The one thing I've noticed too, we interviewed a long time ago, and I've seen you here and there on the scene. You're always active. You always got gigs going on. You're prolifically out there in the Kansas City area, so it just made sense to me that you would be a part of this lineup because of how wonderful you are as a musician, but also how active you've been. So what's been going on lately? What kind of gigs have you been doing?
Uh, I'm going to be closing in on my fifth year playing every Monday night at the Majestic, just playing piano. Uh, if you can share a screen real quick, I
Sure.
know this is a listener based thing, but um, I've got a I don't know if you can see my screen or if I can get you to see this, but I've got a little promo thing that I guess I need to share to you, don't I?
Yeah, if you hit share, yeah, it'll come up to me.
Oh, it's not enabled. Well, no big deal. Well, I'm finishing up 5 years at the Majestic, and this June I will have been at Cafe Trio every Tuesday night for 16 years.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so there's that, and then I write big band music, and I occasionally lead my big band, and that is kind of ramped up in the last year. In August past, I did a full big band session with a lot of great musicians here in Kansas City, and we recorded 10 charts in one day. Um, and it was quite a thing. And I've been picking up from that, doing the mixing and the editing with my son Louis, who's a great recording engineer and mixing guy. He's a great audio engineer. So he and I have been working together. It's kind of living the dream, working with your son.
Yeah.
So we hope to get. Last year it was all about the Paganova CD. This year I'm focusing on the Michael Pagan Big Band, and we're going to release our second full length CD of all my own writing and everything. So
So, did your son just immediately take to music? That must be awesome. Was it always kind of in his DNA? How did he become your cohort?
oh, my I have three children and they're all very musical. And my daughter got married and she lives in Colorado and she made me a grandpa, which is cool.
Yeah.
And our other child, my son Charlie, is in the Air Force and he's finishing his final training to do pararescue.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
which is,
hardcore.
you wear a beret. It's
Yeah.
elite. Those are the guys that help out the Navy SEALs when they're having
Oh,
problems.
wow. That's hardcore.
Yeah, yes, very hardcore. And he's a hell of a bass player and drummer himself. He's living in Albuquerque right now. But Louis stayed here, and Louis is the one who does it full time for an entire living. And he's really into alternative metal. That's his true
Okay.
spirit animal,
Yeah.
composing and on guitar. But he's a really good jazz bass player, and
Yeah.
so he plays in Paganova. The name of the band came up just from my last name, Pagan, and then Nova means new. And I thought, hey, it's my new band,
That's it.
Paganova.
Well,
So
it makes sense too because the album cover's awesome. It's a picture of deep space, and I got to tell you, I love this album. I played it over and over in my CD chamber.
thanks.
I've had it on the show, so to see that music live is going to be quite a thing because it really is. It's a stellar album.
Thank you. We got the from Paris Move in Paris. We got the indispensable rating,
Yeah,
and that's the equivalent of 5 stars.
yeah,
It's downbeat and jazz. You know this, Joe. Downbeat and all about jazz. They're real stingy with their highest rating.
yeah.
You got it. In fact, we got a 4 star from All About Jazz, which was a huge honor. I
Yeah.
couldn't be happier. But to get five from a place in Paris is just we're really excited about
That's a Michelin rating right there. That's
that.
that's right
Yeah,
up there.
yeah.
So, talk to me a little bit, so the one thing about this festival too is that, a lot of people need to understand when you go to these festivals, they're very affordable. The early bird ticket specials are two for $30. You get in there at noon, you stay till 9, you see six huge acts. Adam Larson's going to be there,
Oh, yeah,
Stan Kessler's going to be there, the Lee Summit Jazz Orchestra. I mean, this is like a power lineup. And for 15
yeah.
bucks, are you kidding me? I mean, that's not even the tax on top of the tax on top of the tax for a Beyonce show.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. You're absolutely right. Now, I'm just spitballing here. I'm just kind of like speculating. What I think is going on is that they're whoever's running this thing is being very judicious and very careful because they want to make it appealing.
Yeah.
That's what I would do. You want to start out any business, you want to make it appealing, you want to make it attractive, you want to draw in people. So they're really sharpening their pencils in terms of making it work with the numbers. I could see the prices going up in the coming years, and maybe they'll ramp up and get some marquee names. You never know. Maybe some more national, bigger region, national, even world renowned kinds of artists. It's a building thing, and it's really fun to get in on it on the ground floor.
So you've been here for 20 years. Does it feel good as a veteran, journeyed Kansas City musician to see your hometown, the home of Pat Metheny, become a place that's starting to
Oh,
gather jazz luster?
absolutely, absolutely. It's always been brewing and it's been a scene, but now just with the population explosion of Lee's Summit over the past 20 years, but especially the last 10 years, I would say there's been a big, there's been a big uptick in people moving here. The school systems are strong. The music in the school systems is strong. Downtown, they're building that new complex, that city complex that's going to have a huge performing arts venue attached to that. So what's exciting about all this is that we're seeing things happen on different fronts. We're seeing things happen not only in just like one big thing that they're doing, but there's a lot of different things going on. The school systems, again, they continue to be strong, and the groups that you hear. And then there's the thing that I just mentioned about the new complex downtown. Then there's the Lee's Summit Jazz Festival. I mean, the Lee's Summit Jazz Orchestra is kind of a new upstart group of educators and pros. Mike Herrera, our saxophone in Paganova, plays in it. And I actually just sent them a chart, one of my big band charts. I'm hoping they're going to play it.
Yeah. Well,
this at the festival.
yeah, no, and even Club 1909, Seth over there is doing great. You got Jackie
Yeah,
Myers, you got blues and jazz that's going on there. I'll be down there some nights, not sure what's going on over there, and you just hear that music spilling over the main street. It's just good to feel that there's this energy and there's this vitality and the
yeah.
resurgence of this festival. So it's good. So again, it's 2 for $30 is the early bird special. lsjazzfest.com. I'll put links to it. If anybody wants to check you out and what you're doing, your schedule, buy your music, where do they go?
They can go to my Facebook page, just Mike Pagan on Facebook, and I have a Paganova Facebook page, Paganova. Paganova is on Facebook, and we have pictures and video and always notices about our upcoming hits, and also pictures and video from our past things. I also have michaelpaganmusic.com, which is for us old guys to just have websites,
Right.
and I still have that too. And I keep a calendar on that, a calendar where you can click on it and see where I'm playing. Because right now I'm doing about, I'd say around 240, 250 dates a year.
That's amazing. Yeah, that's what I was saying before about being prolific. Michael, it's always a joy to talk to you, to see you out and about. I can't wait to see you at the festival. It's June 28th. Gates open at noon. It's going to be a celebration. The sun will be shining. We'll be deep in the heart of summer, so it should be good times.
Great time. Thanks for everything, Joe.
Yes, sir. Thank
Jazz
you.
fans, Joe Domino here, the host of the weekly Neon Jazz radio show and regular interview series being produced and distributed from Lee's Summit, Missouri. We are very excited to let you know about the second annual Lee's Summit Jazz Festival taking place again this summer on June 28th at the Bridge Space, located at 210 Southwest Market Street in downtown Lee's Summit. Following the success of the 2024 festival, the lineup will include Lee's Summit students, Casey Area Youth Jazz, Paganova with Michael Pagan, Horoscope with Stan Kessler, Brad Gregory, Adam Larson, and the Lee's Summit Jazz Orchestra. There will also be food trucks and vendors to round out a day of celebration. Early bird tickets are 2 for $30, and all details can be found at lsjazzfest.com. We can't wait to see you there.